We then opened the door slightly, and all three of us peeked. Our heads out, and we watched him cry for about 5 more minutes. And then we saw him take his phone out and dial a number and put it on speakerphone. "Hello," said the phone, which I could hear because it was on speakerphone. "Catherine, is that you?" my dad asked the phone. "Yes, Marvin, what's wrong?" said my Aunt Catherine to the phone. "I'm sorry. She is getting worse, and Marcus has gone crazy." "Well, what? I thought she couldn't get worse." "Well, the thing is that it won't kill her, but she's getting progressively worse, but it won't kill her." Do you want me to come in?" "Yes, did something happen?" "Marcus has gone crazy. He has transitioned into this new persona because he feels we have neglected him, and I just can't handle his new persona, we're working and dealing with her all at the same time." What has Marcus done exactly?" "He hit her in the head with a wooden cane he made from his shop class." That's so out of his character." I was about to say that is, but I am not my own character, but I keep my mouth shut." Would you like me to come in?" asked my Aunt Catherine through the phone. As soon as possible," my dad said. "Will Valerie be home?" In 4 hours. Oh, she's working late? My sister's working late?" "Yes, you do know that there are ways you are not dealing with her right now, and that could make things easier if you try to and need to deal with Marcus because you were dealing with one thing and not two." "Yes, and it is 2 and not 3. "Wait a minute, are you calling me from work?" "No, I had to leave a half hour early because my coworkers noticed I was not acting myself." "Did you lose money for it?" "No, my boss was very understanding because he knows about Valerie's issues." "Call me back in 1 hour to try it yourself, and I will drive in from Gurney if you need it." "Okay." My dad then hung up the phone. This was also where I couldn't keep my mouth shut anymore. "Aha! So Mom has been having mobility issues," I screamed. My dad threw the beer bottle he was just drinking from at me, and it shattered when it hit me in the forehead. Blood was then gushing from my face, and I was then crying like a baby. Now, you are even for how you treated your mother last night, and for eavesdropping on a conversation that is none of your business, and for learning something that was none of your business to learn," said my dad in a vicious, evil, happy accent. "Well, on the bright side, at least that she has been having you confirmed that she has been having mobility issues, because I've been thinking that she has been having mobility issues ever since George was born," I barely said because of how bad I was crying. "What?" asked George, who I could tell was scared about what was going on. "I'll take it from here." Sam then escorted me into my room. "Is there glass in my eye?" I asked. No, I'm an expert in first aid. The pain you are feeling is just from the slash," said Sam as he was laying me on my bed. "Am I gonna need stitches?" I asked. "No," said Sam. Sam then turned to George. "Get me a wet towel right now," Sam ordered. George then took off like lightning because he's probably really scared right now. "Am I about to go blind? I know there was something in my eyes, but this could impact the nerves." "No," said Sam. By the time Sam answered that question, George George had returned from getting the towel. George, get prepared. It may not happen for a scream. In 3, 2, 1, warned Sam. Sam then pressed the towel against my head wound. I must say I shriveled a bit, but I didn't scream. George then broke down and he was crying. What's wrong? Sam asked. What do you think is wrong? George asked. Lots of stuff, but what specifically? Sam asked. Daddy is scaring me, and I am scared if Mommy is actually healthy. That basically covers it, I said, grunting. You asked. I want strawberry ice cream to cheer me up, George yelled, crying. George, if you apply pressure right now, I'll leave and make you a bowl, said Sam. Oh, okay, said George. George then began applying pressure. Whatever you do, do not move the wet towel. Okay, said George. Doctor, when the bleeding stops, I will make you a bowl too, said Sam. I nodded because that was all I had the strength to do. George then left the room to get some ice cream. Are you doing okay? George asked. I nodded because I still had a little bit of strength. I am glad you are doing better because I love you, even if you are not my brother despite looking exactly like my brother, when you are not heavily dressed like you were yesterday, said George. Now I had the strength to talk. I didn't plan on leaving my room today, so that is why I didn't dress too heavily. I see, said George. Sam then came back in with the bowls of ice cream. George, you can remove the towel now, Sam said. I then felt a sting as the towel went away. Am I bleeding? I asked. The area looks red, wet, and sticky, but it doesn't look like you're bleeding anymore, said Sam. You're a lifesaver, Sam, I said. No, I'm not. I know you'll do the same for me, Sam said. True, I said. Well, then all I can say is it's time for ice cream, George said. You're right, said Sam. We were then all served strawberry ice cream. We didn't talk as we were eating, but when we were done, we began talking again. Am I still not bleeding? I asked. Yep, you still aren't bleeding. I clotted it, said Sam. Well, I did too. Yes, and I am thankful for that, said Sam. But I am still more thankful, I said. Yep, sir, both my brothers said once. Just wondering, do you know what Dad is doing out there? I asked out of concern. Why are you concerned? Sam asked. Do you know what he threw at me? I asked. A beer bottle? Sam answered. Do you know what that means? I asked. He was drinking alcohol, Sam answered. Do you ever see him drink alcohol? No, Sam answered. When do people who usually don't drink alcohol, I asked. When they're upset? So Sam now asking like he needs to do something. He then peeked out and looked at my dad. Well, he is whimpering, Sam said when he came back in from the outside of the door. When was the last time you saw Dad cry? I asked Sam. Never. But never like that, but that's probably because about 8 months ago, because George cried too, he is just crying less, said Sam. I can name a time, said George. When? I asked shocked. I was going to snuggle Mom, and he was hugging her in bed, and they were both crying badly, said George. I said. She was crying on his chest, but he had a shirt on, said George. I see, I said. Well, what's the point of asking all these questions? Sam asked. Well, now that it has been confirmed, Mom has been having mobility issues, Something is for sure up, and I'm going to find out what. What did you say about me when you were crying? George asked. Nothing. You misheard me, I said, winking at Sam.